Good afternoon from the National Weather Service office in Gaylord. Welcome to the latest hazardous weather briefing for eastern upper and northern lower Michigan. Today is Tuesday, August 27th, 2013. We'll see some thunderstorms this evening across parts of northwest and central lower Michigan, mainly south of a Charlevoix to Harrisville line. Some of these storms will be producing some heavy rainfall as they've been training over some of the same areas across parts of northwest lower Michigan throughout the afternoon hours. So this could lead to some locally heavy rain and flooding problems. Some of the stronger storms could produce some severe weather as well, with some damaging winds and some large hail, although that will be fairly isolated across northern lower Michigan. The greater, therefore, significant thunderstorms tonight will be across central and southern lower Michigan. Overnight, we'll see some areas of fog develop, and that will persist into Wednesday morning, and the fog could be locally dense, especially across parts of eastern upper and far northern lower Michigan, where visibilities could be reduced below a quarter mile at times overnight into Wednesday morning. Here's a look at the current weather map. We see a sort of a frontal boundary snaking its way across the Great Lakes region back into the upper Midwest and the Dakotas, and that boundary has been a focus for thunderstorm development through the day today and will continue to be so into this evening. But eventually that will sink to the south overnight tonight as weak high pressure builds into the state for Wednesday. So our rain threat will end as that frontal boundary sinks to the south tonight, and with high pressure building in, we should see a dry couple of days Wednesday and Thursday before we see a little disturbance coming through Thursday night and Friday, which will bring us the next chance for precipitation. And here's that next chance of rainfall coming in. Already this is by Thursday evening. There's, like I said, a little upper level weather disturbance which will be coming through, and we'll push some shower and thunderstorm activity into parts of northern Michigan Thursday night, and that will continue into Friday. Here's a look at the 3-day rainfall total forecast. This runs from tonight through Friday afternoon, and we see the heavy rain threats setting up across parts of northwest and central lower Michigan. And a lot of that precipitation that you see in this map is going to fall tonight. Some areas have already picked up in excess of 2 inches of rainfall just so far today across parts of northwest lower Michigan, and that heavier rain threat will be shifting a little farther south tonight into parts of southern lower Michigan, where they can see some flooding rainfall by tomorrow morning down in those parts of the region. We see across eastern upper Michigan, there's not a whole lot of rainfall expected at this point, even through Friday afternoon. It looks like on Friday a lot of the precipitation threat may end up being across northern lower Michigan. And here's the latest severe weather outlook. This runs through tonight, and we see the greatest severe weather threat forecast over parts of eastern Wisconsin down into southwest and south central lower Michigan. In fact, there is a severe thunderstorm watch at this time Tuesday afternoon across parts of southwest lower Michigan. But again, it does look like the greatest severe weather threat is going to be south of the region for this evening. And that's going to be the main threat for tonight. It will be the thunderstorm threat and the heavy rainfall and some localized flooding. And we'll see some fog develop overnight, which will reduce visibilities in spots, especially the farther north you go into eastern upper Michigan. That concludes this hazardous weather briefing for this afternoon. Thank you for listening in. The next update is expected around 5 a.m. Wednesday morning.